Hello there and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Daphne. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to be working on my lower steps and we're going to be making them over. Now last year we did do a update to them where we stained it a slate color. But over the winter and over the past several months, I found out that I needed to do some extensive repairs here on the stairs. For one, this step is loose, and as you can see, the back portion of it had no concrete at all. So I had to figure out what I needed to do to be able to repair these steps. But before we get into this project, I wanted to look back at our last makeover. We did a huge front yard makeover that I shared on Sunday. This is how the porch turned out, but we did 10 DIY projects in this video. So I'm gonna have it linked in the description in case you didn't see it. It's a video that's doing very well on YouTube. They're pushing it out to a lot of viewers. So if you've already watched it, thank you so much for your support. And if you haven't, make sure that you check it out after you finish watching today's video. So I'm gathering all of the supplies that I'm going to be needing. We're first going to check and see if we're able to loosen up this step. And then once we see what is going on here, then we can figure out what our next step is going to be. So what I realized is that the step itself is very secure. What I need to work on is filling in the concrete that's missing towards the back and then also the under lip of each stair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep out all of the debris that has been collecting in these two areas, and then we're going to move to the next step. If you've ever done a job like this or had a job like this done by a professional and you have any tips, make sure that you leave them in the comment section. I am going to be working on a lot of different types of projects like this. So in my next project, I definitely will be able to incorporate any tips or tricks that you might be able to provide. So make sure that you leave a comment down below. And if you're enjoying today's video and you're on a device that you're able to leave a comment, you can leave your suggestions or you can just leave an emoji. If you do leave an emoji in this video, leave me a paintbrush in the comment section. That lets me know that you're enjoying today's video, and I'll continue to bring you videos just like this one. Okay, so now that we have all of the debris cleaned up, I'm just showing you how much of the concrete has washed out. So because of the gaps that they were in the back of the step, the water was just running through, and it was basically eating down all of the concrete. So it was coming out the front portion of the step. So what I have to do is I have to pack the concrete in the gap in the back, and these are pretty big gaps. They're anywhere from 1/2 inch to about 1 inch, and they run the full length of these steps. So whomever did these steps initially, they did not properly finish them, and this might have been that a repair was done and the person just didn't know it, or it just might have worn down over time. Because again, I live in a 1936 Colonial, and all of this hardscape, I believe, is original or was added shortly after. So it has a number of years on it. So we're going to take the time today. I cleaned it out. I'm blowing it down. And then we're going to get into the next step, which is I'm going to be mixing up some mortar mix, and we're going to be filling in all of these gaps. So this is the mortar mix that I've used for other projects. This is a small project mortar mix. It's only 10 pounds, and it's very easy for me to be able to go pick up. It's not a 50-pound bag that I need to have my husband come with me to pick it up off the shelf. It's something that I'm able to just quickly grab and go. And I also like that we can mix right inside of the container if you choose to. So initially I was mixing inside of my little stainless steel bucket, and then at the end I started mixing directly into the container because I was towards the end of the container. So on this project I am using the balance of this container. So as you can see, there's only about 1/3 left. So I feel comfortable that I'm going to be using all of this product. So I'm just mixing directly inside of the pail. And I am just mixing it for it to be like a creamy peanut butter consistency. So it's not too loose and it's not too hard. So I'm just working, slowly adding additional water as needed and making sure that I'm mixing it up. And I'm just using a trowel, and I've accumulated a couple of additional tools throughout the course of this project. So I'm going to be sharing with you all of the tools, and then I'm also going to have my LTK, which is Like to Know It storefront, linked inside of my description. I recently joined LTK so that I can combine all of the different sites in one location. So if you are not already following or have downloaded the LTK app, make sure that you do so. I'm going to have the link so that you can follow me and you'll be able to be updated on all the posts that I am doing over there. And then you'll also be able to shop all of the items that I'm sharing here a lot more easily than you have in the past. So now that we have everything mixed, I am just taking my time and I'm applying it to this large crack. As I'm doing it, I am making sure that I'm getting it all the way down within the crack. So I'm going very slow, tamping it down, letting it settle, and then I'm coming back later with a smaller trowel so that I can just make sure that I'm getting everything nicely packed in. I have to say, this project is so easy to do. Once I was able to figure out that I could get the small container of the mortar mix, and I do suggest using a mortar mix as opposed to using concrete because the mortar mix holds up better and it's so much easier to be able to work with. And in this application, underneath the step, because I need to get all the way in there, I use my hands. I have some rubber gloves on and I'm able to just push the mortar in with my hands. I know that this is not the proper way to do it. You are going to see a little later in the video that I did purchase a grout bag, and you'll be able to see how I was able to manage with the grout bag. But at this point on this day, this is the first day that we're working, I am using my hands and I have to say that it worked very well.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. just like tall buildings, as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, and it's just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So I've been slowly working on this project over the past 2 or 3 weeks. I've been doing little sections at a time, working for about an hour max, and I have really been learning a lot. I've also been watching some YouTube videos and just, working, with the product. Each time that I'm able to work, I get a little better with smoothing, with mixing, the mortar itself, and just overall just understanding what I need to do and in what steps. So if you have something like this and you're feeling a little intimidated, I definitely suggest just try it. Worst case, if you're not able to do it, you can hire out the work, but I'm pretty confident that you will be able to do it because it honestly is very easy. So I went and I grabbed my sponge. Now I've used this sponge when I've done tile work, so I already had it in the house. I think I had bought like a 3-pack several years ago. So I let it set up for about 20 minutes before I started using the sponge to be able to wipe off some of the residue and to also smooth out the mortar itself. So as I'm working in different sections, I'm trying to not only add the product, but let it set up, and then going back and wiping, and then I go on to the next task, and I'm working my way up each step. So this is where we're going to leave off for the first day. As you can see, I was able to do a couple of stairs, and then I started with packing in one section underneath the step. And this is going to be the start of the second day that we're going to be working, the second day that I have filmed working. So over the course of the last week or so, I've been learning different techniques. So I purchased a grout float bag, and I mixed up the grout. This is another container. As you can see, I have started using it, so I'm about halfway finished. So I have been working off camera with just filling in other areas. I didn't bother to record it because it was the same as the first day. So now that I have the mix all applied into the grout bag, we're going to go over and we're going to see how I did. So one lesson that I learned is that you need to mix up the mortar a lot looser if you're going to be using a grout bag. So on the next project that I do, because I will be doing other projects, I definitely will mix it more on the looser consistency so that it's much easier to be able to flow through the tip. So what am I doing? I'm going back to the same method that I did in the first day, which is using my hands. So don't be discouraged with using your hands. It is probably the best tool that you have. So I'm just giving you a close-up so that you can see I was able to pack in all of that material. I let it set up and I was able to use the sponge and get it pretty level and even, and the consistency between the old and the new is really good. So this is a couple of days later. So this is early morning, so I'm just sweeping down the steps. In my area, and I'm sure in your area, all of the trees have been dropping their little pods and there's pollen all over the place. So I'm just taking the time to sweep down the steps before we're going to move on to the next step. So we're just cleaning off the steps. I am spraying them down, and then I also went back and I scrubbed them by hand with a scrubber so that I can just get off any debris before I let them dry. I'm going to then blow them with our power blower, and then we're going to get into staining. So I am using the same stain that I used previously. This is Solid Bare Waterproof Stain and Sealer. This is a product that is intended for wood, but I have been using it on all of my hardscapes. So if you would like to try the same type of project and use the same type of material, that is the stain that I've been using. Home Depot does sell a masonry stain. I haven't used it before, but you definitely, if you don't have this particular stain and you're doing the project for the first time, then I definitely would suggest that you purchase the masonry stain. I'm going to be having in my LTK storefront a link with all of the products. The good thing about LTK is that I can link all of the products no matter where I'm purchasing them from, all in one shoppable link for you. So that's going to be in the description in case you're interested. I definitely would appreciate your support over there. If you could follow me over there, it definitely would help out me being discovered by other shoppers just like yourself. So definitely check the description. And I am just taking my time. I'm using a chip brush. It is a cool morning and I am able to knock this out relatively quickly with just applying the stain with this little brush. And my neighbors came by and they chatted with me while I was sitting here working. So I really did have a beautiful morning. So we're just finishing up the last touches. And then I wanted to ask you guys opinion. So I was trying to decide if I was going to stain the side wall, if you see right there towards the right. So we have stones that are capping it. So there are grout lines, and then there's also this side wall. So what I did was I diluted the stain just slightly with a little water, and I'm just brushing in only in the areas that has the concrete, and then it is going to still have the same color stone above it. So I only am going to do a small portion of this. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you think that I should continue on, or if I should change it to a different color, maybe something closer to the stone itself. So I always value you guys' opinion, so make sure that you leave a comment down below with your suggestion. Here's a close-up just of the portion that I was able to finish. And before we go into the after, we're going to look back at the before, where you can see all of the missing concrete, and you're going to then be able to appreciate how the after looks. So I just want to thank you again for joining me today. I really do appreciate each and every time that you spend some time with me. I want to thank you again for your support. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and share with someone that might like my content. And again, remember, I'm going to be linking my LTK, my Like to Know It shop, inside of the description in case you're interested. So until the next time, have a blessed day.